You know, being active, it's not that hard when you find something you love to do.
That is the key. And even better when you get the opportunity to work both your mind and your body. That is what rock climbing does. And we both got the chance to try it out at Scrapyard Collective in Holland, where the experience is more accessible for all.
What am I looking at here? This room is full of walls.
Yeah, this is our climbing gym. We've been here for about 6 years, and we've got a little bit of everything for folks that are new to the sport or have been climbing for a long time.
Well, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
This is a great introductory place for those who may be climbing curious, right? And so even as young as 5, 6, 7 years old are coming here. Talk about how you get started.
Yeah, oftentimes, you know, people get started because they've got a friend that has done it before and wants to share the activity with them, or you know, you've got parents who have kids climbing stuff, you know, at home and think, let's find something that we can like turn that, you know, into positive energy for them.
Yeah, well, you've seen my backyard then.
Yeah.
Because we do have one of those rock walls in the backyard.
Yeah.
It's not big enough, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So who does this? Who decides to do this? I mean, obviously, adrenaline junkies are people who love to just take risk. But then who else tries this?
Yeah, actually, it's not so much adrenaline junkies. You know, there's like, we've got, you know, kids and families that are doing this. They would just want to try something new, especially in the wintertime when, you know, being outside is a little bit more difficult. And so we've got, you know, from kids to adults, people in their, you know, 60s are climbing here. So we have about just over 3,000 square feet of climbing surface, which is, you know, puts us as a like small to medium size climbing gym. Mm-hmm. But we've got bouldering, so we're looking at walls where there aren't ropes and you fall and land on a big thick mat. Rope climbing and auto belays, you know, things that will take people up to heights. Our walls are about 25 feet tall. And so the safety systems are there to make sure that you're safe. A lot of times what we're doing is climbing specific sets of routes in the gym to kind of like create challenges for us. So like you can kind of see like different color holds on the wall behind us.
Yeah, what do those mean?
Yeah, so the different colors are called routes or problems. Bouldering is kind of trying to use your body to figure out a physical puzzle in ways. But if you climb a specific color, then you're going to know that that's a predictable difficulty. So many climbing gyms around the country and the world have tension boards, and there's an app that goes with it. Mm-hmm. And so you can kind of punch in, look through a catalog of climbs on the app, and light up the board and follow the holds.
Now let's talk about this Better Together membership.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Yeah. So from the very beginning, Scrapyard has been about bringing people together, right? We call it a collective, not because we're formally a collective at all, but we're a collection of people in value. The idea that we're better as a sum of people than we are as individuals is what our community is about. But we don't want to limit access to that community based on just the people that are able to pay for it. And so we developed a program recently that's called the Better Together Membership and Community Fund. And it's designed to provide access to our gym for people who can't afford to pay our normal membership rates.
Perfect.
And so they can kind of go on our website, look at some considerations for what might make them eligible for the program, and then opt in if they think that they're eligible for it.
That's perfect. That's beautiful. So making it accessible to everyone, whether you're 5, whether you're 55. Rock climbing is a great activity, and you're about to see us do a little bit if you haven't already. Thank you.
There we go.
On belay?
Belay on.
Hi.
Hi.
There we go.
It does look like a lot of fun, right?
It was so much fun.
We had a good time and a good workout too. Hey, Scrapyard Climbing Collective right there on River Avenue in Holland. You can always call them at 294-3931 or go to scrapyardclimbing.com.